Hey everybody, this is Scott. This is Sheep Guarding Llama. It is the 4th of June, 2020, Thursday. It is my father's 74th birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. And welcome to the show. So today was actually kind of a rough one here. Started off this morning, pretty much first thing, Paul got a phone call that he needed to get home to Wisconsin for a family emergency and needed to pretty much run out the door immediately. I do have a guest on the show poking through the window back there. And this morning was him scrambling to get out the door. Dominica went with him so that she could help him drive and deal with logistics up there because he had to go very, very quickly. So I'm taking care of the kids and the dog while they deal with that, which is probably Paul's last trip up to Wisconsin, which does make the move to Nicaragua easier. There's fewer things that he needs to deal with there long term. So day was a little bit hectic because of that, dealing with the dog. And I should have mentioned this yesterday, I forgot. Mia has started taking Prozac from her psychologist's recommendation. Yes, we have a dog psychologist because she is a nut. She has extreme separation anxiety, extreme territorial aggression problems, and she is very sweet, but clearly mistreated at some point in the past. And so they've spent some time with her and really feel she needs to be on Prozac to just chill her out. And hopefully over the long haul that will help her out a bit. So she is a little bit more chill, and it's good that we started that yesterday. She got more today, and I can only imagine how much of a mess she would be today with people gone if she had not had it. But it is still a handful taking care of the dog who is extremely needy and needs to be around you at every moment and constantly needs to go inside and outside and is underfoot and just always whining and stuff all day long, while also cooking for the kids and helping them with school and all that kind of stuff. But the girls did school on their own. That went well. Overall, it was a busy but pretty good day. Continued working on editing of episode 4 for Take Flight. Got caught up a little bit on SGL videos. Made dinner for the kids. Gonna play some video games and stuff with them this evening. We're about to do that now. And that's about it. Not a lot of news here. It is still raining in Nicaragua, so no news about the house there, which we're not expecting. But tomorrow, we hope the rain will let up and we'll get to do something. But we've not heard of the rain letting up. It is pretty much still a torrential downpour right now, so we'll see. There's also supposed to be rain here, but it doesn't look or feel anything like that, so I don't think that's very likely. It is 95 degrees here today, which is incredibly warm, and it is only 82 degrees in San Juan del Sur, which I like to point out consistently because Dominica constantly says that San Juan del Sur is so warm, and yet it's pretty much always colder than here. So that's kind of a good sign. Other than that, that is about the news from Carrollton, Texas. I've been doing a bunch of editing on Flickr, just trying to keep that up to date and actually tag things and have titles on things, because boy do I get behind by like years. I mean, there's 30-some thousand pictures on there, so keeping them organized is actually really hard, but if you don't organize them, you don't really get any traffic. I do have about almost 4.5 million photo views on there, so it's worth some amount of effort because people really do get some use out of it. Anyway, that's about it. I have no idea when people are coming back from Wisconsin. I don't know. I don't think they have any idea. They're trying to get there as fast as possible, so that. But of course, because of COVID, right? They have to travel with face masks and like all kinds of things, which is partially why Dominica needs to be there to help out with all of that. There's just so much that needs to be handled. But she did say that going through Kansas, no one's wearing face masks. People just don't care. It's not a thing. And she was literally the only person at one of the stops with a face mask. That's how little effort is being put into things, right? Like, just nobody cares. So probably, I'm guessing Sunday or Monday, most likely they'll be back. But we have nothing big scheduled this weekend, obviously, because of COVID, what's going on. So we'll just be hanging out with the kids playing video games probably all weekend. We are waiting for news from Rachel, who is down to roughly We had originally thought that her visa would run out on the 15th. It may run out on the 17th. She hasn't actually checked, so we're not completely sure. Somewhere in about that range. Given that today is the 4th, that means somewhere we think between 10 and 13 days her visa for the Schengen is going to expire, and she's going to be in a bit of an emergency. She is attempting to apply for residency in Belgium, but that is pretty hard to do. It's not impossible, but it is hard. Because of everything going on in the United States, there is the opportunity to apply for asylum, but that's pretty tough as an American to get asylum somewhere. Potentially she can apply for an extension because of a lack of flights. But there are flights, just not convenient flights, or maybe they're all full. We don't really know. It takes a bit of research. And how do you show the government that you can or cannot get flights other than your flight was canceled, which it was, but like other flights, like if they exist, how do you know about them? How do you guarantee you had access to them? How do you know they wouldn't be canceled? It's a very complex thing. And it's not something you ever do, like, more than once in a lifetime. If that, I've never known anyone who had to apply for something like a Schengen visa extension. And the process in the COVID crisis, and with the U.S. having this other crisis, like just so many things going on, we have no idea what's going on. So is she staying in Belgium indefinitely with residency? Is she coming back to the United States in a panic because she has nowhere else to go? Is she going to go to Romania or to England? We have no idea. But we should know in about a week, because if I did my math right, which is 90 days, and there's 2 months in there with 31 days, that puts having arrived there on the 17th, that makes June 15th the expiration date on her visa, and that means that she has to be out of there by the 15th. That's not very long to make some decisions, so one way or another we'll know something soon. We're very curious as to what's going on, because there's been months to plan for this, and it's coming down to the wire, and literally she doesn't know yet if she's going east to Romania, west to England, flying to the US. She doesn't even know what she can get to, right? We don't know which borders are open for transit. Rumor is Germany's going to open their borders for drive-through transit on the 15th, but I think her visa expires before she can transit through. So just wow. Anyway, that is what's going on here. I will talk to everyone tomorrow.